Where I am now, better than before. Those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now. I'm in a special place. I'm tender warm embrace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you like to see us live, the WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM and 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. Mr. E, is a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout you out later on. We promise.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to all our channels. Follow us. Go to Cristo Records 1, CRISTO. That's on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. You'll see our live shows, our Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday shows, our Monday evening shows. And we promise we'll shout you out.
Shout them out.
Mr. E, this is a wonderful, beautiful, cold day.
That's right, Miss Hinton.
And it is after the weekend. How was yours?
I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. But just before we get started, Miss Hinton, we want to give homage. We want to give props to Dr. Martin Luther King.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And Mr. E, let's give that tribute.
Hello, everybody. This is the month that we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. What a man. What a contribution he made to our society. We never, ever want to forget that he laid down his life for us.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the
We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest for
All right. Happy Martin Luther King Day to you all. I hope you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember the things that was accomplished through Dr. Martin Luther King. Remember the things that he did, the things that he said, Mr. E.
That's right. That's right.
And remember, he had a vision of what the world would be like in the future. And I'm telling you, we're smack dab in the middle of a time he saw when we would when we would live in the same places, when we would go to the same schools and have the same opportunities. And even though we're still, fighting for some rights, we are here in that vision.
That's right, Miss Hinton, that we are here in that vision, and we are here now just saying to one of the greatest men in the whole wide world, greatest man in the whole wide world, Dr. Martin Luther King, thank you so much for having a dream, and happy birthday to you.
Absolutely. Mr. E, this is Monday.
That's right.
Sports Talk. Oh my God, where do I start? First of all, we're going to have a guest call in on today, and we're going to talk about this wonderful weekend, our wild card playoffs, and what happened. Who played, who won, who lost, who's going home. It's just going to be a great day. You all stay with us. And, I think Mr. E is going to be, he wants to open up the phone lines later too, because he got something to say to you folks. But Mr. E, tell me how you feeling. Are we going to get our guests to get back with us? But Mr. E, this was a good week. First of all, I was a little spooked because we didn't have all the games that we usually have, but we had some. Tell us a little bit about this weekend.
Well, Miss Hinton, this weekend is down to the wire.
It is.
We've been talking all week, all month, all year about being eliminated and being there. There's 32 teams that's playing in the whole football league, and so far we got down to the best of the 7. See, I want to let our listening audience know that if you ain't in the playoff, you're not the best. I want to say congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They are the NFC, our division champion. So we accomplished something out of
Absolutely.
out of that league. We accomplished something. So we are the NFC champion. And so what all I want to say to everybody, we did what we set out to do, but we didn't make it to the playoff.
You didn't make it to the playoff, but you did. But you all did good, looked good, played good. But we're going to talk about that game on yesterday because it was kind of surprising to a lot of people. And you had talked about social media on fire. What in the world?
Social media was on fire. There was a lot of sportcasters that was really upset with the game on yesterday, whether they was haters or not. I understand now because I put on a post, I'm a Cowboy fan. Whether win, lose, or loss, I'm a ride or die. But Jerry said something that was so great. That there are everybody that's mad at the Cowboys, that's upset at Cowboys, they're really Cowboy fans.
Wow.
Because there's a lot of folk who are Cowboy fans, put their money on the Cowboys yesterday. And see, if you were the true Cowboy fan, you would really appreciate the boys.
We want to say good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, somebody.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, turn your radio down.
It's down.
Okay.
All right. Who are we? Mr. E, do your introduction.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce to some my namesake, someone I love so dearly. He's a Green Bay Packer lucky fan. My baby sister's oldest son, Mr. James Luther Everette, and a pleasant good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Everett, Mr. James Luther Everett. Are you there? Tell us if you're there. If not, we're gonna.
He got the wrong. He know his own.
Who am I speaking to?
Who you think?
Oh, Frankie Davis.
Nope.
Who is this?
Boy, you terrible.
Oh,
I know your heart broken and you lost all of your faculties in your brain because them bowers look like.
Oh God, I
who
know
is it, Mr.
I
E?
know who it is. He better keep his mouth closed because tonight they play.
Uh-oh, this is your nephew. What's his name? What's your
This is
name?
not my nephew. This is Dr. Alvin Rooks.
Oh, Dr. Alvin Brooks. I know you got a lot to say. Dr. Alvin Brooks, we're going to give you a minute. Tell us how you feel about all this that's going on with the NFL.
It's really weird. But I'm glad we're in the house.
You all are still there.
Tonight is his night. He's going home. He might well join us.
What you think about
All
them
right,
boys?
you all enjoy your program.
Thank you. Mr. E, we're going to talk about them boys in a minute. But tell us what you think about the season so far. It was a wonderful season, exciting. We had a great time
That's right.
covering it.
That's right.
Any surprises? And we're going to talk about the Cowboys and the game on last night, but any surprises to you about who came through in the NFL season?
You know, Ms. Hinton, it surprised me because when I began to look at the season, Houston, Texas came through.
Ooh.
Them young boys from Texas that came out of the league with a 10-7, and that young boy Shroud is playing some back football.
Wow.
I mean, I am so proud of. And another team that really got me was the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my goodness, yes. But they actually went on home, didn't they?
They went home yesterday. They went home on Saturday.
Okay.
They went home Saturday. They lost to the Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And the score was 45-14.
Oh my God.
Bye-bye, Steve Harvey. And you know, a lot of folk were really ready to knock them phone lines down and said, if the Cowboys had lost at a amount like that, that boy Shroud, S-T-O-U-D, he was on fire.
But before this weekend, name some of the teams that actually had to go home. That was it for them.
You know, you really want me to call some names?
Call some names.
The first name that comes on my mind is the New York Giants. They had to go home.
Oh my goodness.
The Commanders, they went home. I mean, the Carolina Panthers went home. The New England Patriots went home. There was a host of teams that went home, Miss Hinton, that out of 32 teams, there was only 7 teams left. That was playing, that made it to the playoffs. 7 teams. And I'm so proud of the Cowboys, them boys, them good old boys. I'm proud of them because they was one of the 7.
Well, Mr. E, let's talk about the Steelers first. We had Dr. Brooks call up here. He's a Steelers fan, but they are still in it and they want to win it. Tell us why do you think they're still in it to win it?
Well, the reason why they're still in it to win it because folks are making foolish mistakes.
What do you mean? That sounds like a little shade to me. You didn't give props to the team. You talk about they're benefiting on somebody else's mistake. Let's talk about the Steelers. Let's talk about
the
their
Steelers
season.
are doing good. The Steelers came out of the team out of this year's game. The Steelers were a 10-7. They did wonderful this year. So I got to give even though they didn't have Ben Roethlisberger, they didn't have the big feet guys and none of the cats that's with them, but they surprisingly, they walked in there quietly.
Wow. And they're still standing. Now, who do they play on this evening?
Tonight they play them Buffalo
Oh my
Bills.
goodness.
Them Buffalo boys, I mean, see, the same thing that happened to the Dallas Cowboys for our guest call. The same thing that happened to the Cowboys, them young boys didn't give up.
Oh
Out
wow.
of 5 times that them Green Bay Packers, they continue to knock them Cowboys out of the box. And this is the 6th time in a row that them Green Bay Packers knocked them Cowboys out of the box.
Well, back to the Steelers. Who do they play on this evening?
Well,
Again,
Buffalo. They play Buffalo.
Okay, let's find out Buffalo's
11
season.
and 6.
Ooh, okay, so 2 teams that are basically toe to toe in the numbers.
And they're young teams too.
Young teams.
They're young teams. They're young teams. They're young teams. And they're out there to play the ball game.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce to you again. Oh God!
Go ahead.
My oldest sister's my baby sister's oldest boy, my little heart, Mr. James Luther Everette, and a pleasant good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I hear a smile on your face. I hear it. I don't even see it, but I hear it. How you doing?
I am teasing right now.
And look, you might as well come through. Just lay it on them. Just lay it on. Just lay it on.
I'm gonna let you explain yourself. What happened to y'all last?
Now,
Well,
Mr. E, I'm giving him the mic. He is the true blue ride or die Cowboys. And tell him, Mr. E, what happened. The Cowboys
got their butt whipped. Well, they didn't get whipped real bad.
Absolutely.
They could have got real bad, but somebody told me they're going to score 50 points on us last night.
I tell you what, I was glad they scored, period, because at one time it was like I was like, now don't y'all go away with 0 now.
Miss Hinton, them boys, young boys, jumped on us from the beginning.
What happened?
That young quarterback I don't know where
they were beasts. They came
Folks,
out just like beasts.
Folks were sleeping on that quarterback. They were sleeping on because the Green Bay Packers was looking for an Aaron Rodgers. But that young boy, that young boy came back. Jabby, tell us about that game last night. I'm giving you the reins. I want to say to my nephew, y'all did it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It was a very, 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 very nice game. I love watching it last night with my wife, because she was diehard, just like
wow.
You go outside of my man cave and get out of the house.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I mean, it came down to what I told him earlier when we talked previous before the game started. They couldn't stop the run.
Ooh, that's the
Once
truth.
we started running the ball, the play action killed.
That's
That's
right.
the truth.
That's right. And
Y'all
the
had
defense,
all the power, all the just determined.
and our offense wasn't worth 5 cents. Our defense wasn't worth 5 cents. I mean,
Y'all were playing in slow motion. What
They
happened?
didn't come to play. They didn't come to play at all. They was looking ahead already. I told them it was a trap game. They so busy looking ahead to the 49ers
Oh my Lord.
instead of playing the games in front of them.
Yes.
They thought they was that good to just breeze on through the playoffs and get to the 49ers. Everybody record when you come to the playoffs is 0-0.
that's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
The
What is-
energy, Mr. E.
That's
The
right.
Cowboys didn't have the energy.
We
Green Bay came out there. I mean, they came out there hard.
It's just like
And
James said.
that reflects the coach. I told them that's why we got rid of that same coach. That's our old coach.
Oh
That's
my
right.
goodness, what?
For
That's
one, he
right.
don't allow to stick to the run. You see how many times Jack threw that ball last night? He threw the ball 60 times
Oh
last night.
wow.
And how many interceptions? 3 interceptions.
Was it 2?
3. I think it was 3 or 2. It was 3.
Too. But I mean, you see when you was running Tony Pollard, he was good. He was running. He was getting good yards. He averaged like maybe 5 yards a carry.
That's right.
Running the ball.
And then he got a touchdown out of it. Yeah. So he's gone. He's gone.
You think so?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
James, you think he's
Yeah,
gone
I
for
think
real?
He's gone.
He's
There's too
gone.
many good coaches out there right now.
That's right.
For him to act up like that.
That's right. What is that quarterback name for the Green Bay Packers?
Jordan Love. Because love is in the air. Virginia for love, ain't it?
That Virginia is for lovers. And that boy, how long he's been on the bench or playing with the Green Bay Packers?
He's been there for 3 years. He did the same thing Aaron Rodgers did. When we drafted Aaron Rodgers, we made him sit behind Brett Favre for 3 years.
Okay.
So when we drafted him first round, so we moved up in the draft and gave him draft picks up to move up to get him. We made him sit and watch for 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. So that's why it was so easy for us to tell Rodgers, you can go. We'll trade you.
But
we already knew what we had back there. And he just was young. He had to get out of it, but we knew what we had potential-wise in him. And plus, my coach, he finally gets a chance to coach now.
Wow.
Every time Aaron Rodgers is there, Aaron Rodgers will go to the line, he'll call a play, but Aaron Rodgers will auto out and call his own play.
Oh, wow.
And I know, and I want to say congratulations to the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Dallas Cowboys. But because there's a D coming up, Miss Hinton.
What's that?
There's a D in the air. James will tell you, go by the name of Detroit.
Oh, wow.
That is a dangerous team.
Tell us about it.
But I think we already beat them too.
Okay.
Well, it's 0-0. What happened in the past, just like they say, what happened in Miami stays in Miami. What went on in the past, this is a new season.
Detroit is in my division, so I play them twice a year.
Well, guess what? You might know them, but guess they there. And anybody, I'm doing like everybody else is doing. Anybody that can beat them Green Bay Packers, get them.
James, tell us a little bit about the season for the Green Bay Packers. How were you pleased? Were you excited? What things did they do or didn't do that you felt helped you all to get here?
What things did they do good?
Your division, your particular team, Green Bay.
I think what we did do wrong, which I didn't like, the game was way out of reach. Mm-hmm. But I hate when defenses start playing that prevent defense. Regardless, they made it look like a game, but it really won't no game.
It's over now.
Go ahead, Jay.
Keep on put on the pedal. Let's blow them out. We could have put 50 up on them.
You could have. You wish you could have. I told you I didn't want you to call the dog. I didn't think you could do it. I didn't think you could do it. But here's the thing that got me so much. We waited later on to get our head in the game to come back. Now, it could have been a blowout. It could have been a blowout because
don't do that.
Wait a minute.
Don't go there.
It could have been a blowout because we came back and put 32 points back on the scoreboard.
I had my practice squad in.
No, practice squad ain't in his foot. You didn't have no practice squad in for Dallas to come back and lose by 2 touchdowns. Now, if you was all that good and big, bad and bodacious, when by the time Dallas got their head out of the sand, yep, we was like ostriches. We was in the sand because we couldn't get our heads together, and we waited till the last minute to come back, Miss Hinton, and put 32 points on the game, down by 2 touchdowns.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. E, whoo, y'all tried it. But I tell you, Green Bay.
I want to know, how do you really feel when you were sitting on your couch last night watching that game? You please tell us what
we said, tell us the true feeling.
Listen, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the true feeling. I don't drink no liquor. I don't drink no beer.
But you needed to, huh?
But I had some frosty root beer.
Did that help?
Hey, James, I drank about 3 bottles of frosted root beer.
Oh my goodness, James! Look, let's look ahead now. Let's have the prediction for Green Bay and your next team, Detroit Lions. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, we got the 49ers next.
Oh, y'all got the 49ers next.
Do you really know? According to, that's right. Y'all got 49ers.
Oh, that's gonna be a great game.
Well, I thought it went from Detroit to Green Bay and Philly or either Tampa Bay.
No, it always be the top team.
You the lowest. That's right. Y'all the lowest. So you the lowest on the totem pole. That's why. You the lowest. You the lowest.
didn't win but 9 games this year, so you lowest on the totem pole. You lowest on the totem pole.
Listen,
You
hey,
are
let's
the
get
lowest
some
on
more.
the totem pole. So that's why y'all playing San Francisco 49ers. So I'm making a phone call. I got some friends that's in San Francisco for. I got some friends in
Lord have
we was
mercy,
what?
Mr. E.
We was what?
He said y'all the first one. Oh,
That's right. I got to give it. I gave it.
29 years y'all won and done. 29 years.
I gave it to you, didn't I? Didn't I give you? You know. I mean,
yeah, but you trying to take that thing back, Mr. E. My goodness.
I'm a cowboy. I'm a diehard
You're a cowboy, but
to the heart.
Cowboys are gone. I tell you what, Green Bay still have a chance. Your prediction for the next game, we know.
Green Bay and San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, and so
who you think?
Your
James?
prediction, Mr. E.
My prediction is them 49ers gonna wipe them up.
All right, okay, James.
Yeah, right.
Well, I tell you what, we're gonna be watching and waiting and excited about who's going all the way. Your prediction to who's going all the way to the top. Now, who's going gonna be the 2 teams you think, James, at the NFL?
You better not say it. You better
Super
not
Bowl.
say it. You better not say it.
Thank you, James. We appreciate you.
You better leave that stuff alone.
Best.
Let me come talk to my uncle this morning. Because he made a good effort. He said, win or lose, you have to come talk to me.
I tell you.
I would be glad to talk to you this morning.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
Y'all do the same. Stay safe.
Thank you, James.
Love you, boy.
Oh, wow. How exciting. And I tell you what, it was a great game, Mr. E. Yeah, you all did pull off some points, which we were very glad of.
Thank the Lord.
But we have another caller, and this is a young man who is all right, ready to talk to us. Good morning. Who are we speaking to? Hey, Christian, how are you?
Sir.
Look, Christian, I wanted you to tell everybody, this is my grandson. I want you to tell everybody the name of the team. You are playing basketball this year, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of your team? All right now. And you all played this weekend, and what happened this weekend with your team?
We won.
You won, and that's why we wanted you to call in. We want to congratulate you and your team, the Heat, for playing that great ball. You did absolutely well, and we also want to know about your team, your NFL team. Who is your team?
My team is the Ravens.
All right, now do you see your team going all the way to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Who do you think they're going to play?
Maybe the 49ers.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Christian, do you have any advice for the team? And do you have any advice for your team? Do you want to tell them anything, what to do in order to win? Should they keep a good positive? Go ahead. Just go ahead and work hard to win, right?
Yeah.
Well, we want to say congratulations. We'll be at your next game. You keep up the good work, okay?
Okay.
And thank you so much for calling in. All right.
Have a great one.
So I tell you what, Mr. E, it's just so much going on, and we're so excited about the NFL season. It's been absolutely wonderful. A lot of energy, a lot of team spirit. Mr. E is ride or die for the Cowboys. I don't care what they do. He is in it to stay with them, and we congratulate you all for going as far as you did.
Miss Hinton, I want everybody, we got a little bit more time. We want to open up the phone lines. We got about 2 minutes, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
If there's one caller, I was told that it was snowing outside. I got a text.
And not in Hampton Roads, is it?
It's snowing outside.
They said it would.
I got time for one more caller. 757-624-9475. That's the telephone number to dial. Let's hear your opinion. If you think that the Cowboys played a good game, give me a call.
Yes. In the meantime, we want to say good morning to Sandy 195. Is that 51, Mr. E? And who else is on the line? We have somebody else. And Minnie Walker joined us on Instagram. Thank you all for joining us. We have folk on Facebook, and we want to say thank you so much for joining us. Let us know who your team, who you're rooting for. If you're a Cowboy fan, if you're a Steelers fan, if you are, who's your team? We want you all to tell us in the feed, and we want to say congratulations to everybody that was playing. So, Mr. E, God bless you. You all come over here for a little while. Let's talk a little bit more football.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the late Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10, right here on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350. 88.9 FM WMVA and Peace 95.3, and on all social media platforms for the best in the West, the North, South, and the East. That's FYI Radio Show. If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Martin Luther King holiday.
Oh, wow. Yes. Again, happy birthday, Martin Luther King. You all celebrated. Think about it. Think about where we are now compared to in the past, but think about also some of the things that we're yet to accomplish, that we need to accomplish, and together we can accomplish. Mr. E, what an exciting time. We've covered the NFL season.
That's right.
And it has been bomb. It has been fire. And we are still looking ahead, seeing what's going on. We want to know how. Yeah, let's go ahead and go through the calendar, Miss Steve.
That's right, Miss Hinton. On the back of your page, you see where you can draw. Now where it says San Francisco 49ers, put Green Bay.
Okay.
And when you put Green Bay there, that's who's going to play next. The San Francisco 49ers going to play the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
And the Baltimore Ravens will be playing either against the lowest team that will win. So the Baltimore Ravens will be playing against the Kansas City Chiefs.
So, Mr. E, when you say the lowest team, what does that mean?
Okay, just like when we looked at the first beginning. When you look at the first beginning of your page, here's a basket football analysis. You see that the Cleveland Browns was 11-6. And the Houston Texans was 10-7.
Okay.
You find that Miami was 11-6, and the Kansas City Chiefs was 11-6. When you look at Green Bay Packers played against the Cowboys was a 12-5, and the Green Bay Packers was a 9-8. So what they do, they take the lowest of them of the team, and that's who they play next. Now, since Dallas was a 12-5, and the Detroit Lions was a 12-5, if Dallas had a 1, then Dallas would be playing San Francisco 49ers, because Detroit is a 12-5. But if the Chargers had a 1, then the Chargers would have been playing against the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC. Remember that they're all broken down in divisions.
Okay.
One is the AFC and the other one is the NFC.
Okay, I get it. So let's get back to our chart. So
right now, when you take and look at your playoff chart, you'll see that there are teams that are called Baltimore at the top and San Francisco 49ers. Well, they're the champ. They won. They're bad boys.
Okay.
So when you look at the playoff, we had Tampa Bay play against Philadelphia tonight. Detroit played against the Rams, and the Cowboys played against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
So since San Francisco is already in position, only 7 teams, now the best of these teams right here, So the lowest of all of
I
those
get it.
teams were the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
So the Green Bay Packers will be playing against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, if Tampa Bay and Philadelphia win, then either Philadelphia and Detroit will play against each other.
Okay, I see. I see
So
the numbers.
if that's how they're working it. So then that's how the playoff may be. So now, if Philly, who are you picking tonight? Tampa Bay or Philly?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go with Philadelphia.
Okay, so if Philly wins tonight, then Philly gonna play Detroit
Oh, okay.
on their next round.
Yeah.
So the playoff is really bearing it down. We have here's what I want our listening audience to see. I wish I had my chart. There's 32 teams. Out of 32 teams, and when you get down to the playoff, it's the best of the 7.
It's the best of the 7. Okay.
That playing now. Out of 32 teams.
Okay.
So 18 teams, I think it's 18 teams. 18 teams went home. 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
You know, out of all the teams. 18 and 18 is 36. So out of 7 of 36 teams, that's what is remaining.
Okay.
So 32
Wow.
out of 32 teams and 7 remaining, that's 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5,
Getting down to the
2,
wire.
1. So 15 teams went home early.
Amazing.
So after 15 teams went home early, that remains only, 15 teams went home early. And so that's 47. 15 teams went home early. 20 teams went home early. Yeah.
Okay, 20 teams went home early.
Yeah.
So we have how many? 14 left?
We have 15.
15.
We have 17 teams left.
Okay,
7 teams that are left on both squads.
Okay.
So there's 14 teams that's left to play in this playoff.
Wow.
So now, since it's getting down and the Dallas Cowboys lost and the Rams lost, so we take 2 from that side. So we got 5 that's in the NFC. And since the Houston or Kansas City Chiefs, since Cleveland lost and Miami lost, you got 5 left over there.
Did you think Miami was going to lose?
Yes.
You did?
Because
Tell
they're
me
not
why.
used to cold weather.
Are you serious?
That's right. Miami is not used to cold weather, and the weather was so cold.
Oh,
the temperature was so cold.
Mr. E, I want you to say something to your haters, because it's a lot of haters on.
To all the haters out there, we're still number 1. You got to, I'm looking right there at you and I see you. To all the haters out there that don't like the Dallas Cowboys, as you see, I got a new head on the sentence.
Yeah.
And it has number 11 in the middle. DALL stands for Michael Parsons. To all the haters out there that didn't think the Dallas Cowboys, here's the thing, 32 teams in the NFL and 31 teams don't like the Cowboys.
Oh, wow.
And the reason why, because the Cowboys are America's team. When you become America's team, whether you are a fan of the Cowboys or not, guess what? You can still talk squat. You can still hang in there. You can still say what you want to say. And guess what? Everybody that's on the sideline, you beat us home.
Well, I want to say good morning to Sheila Robbins. We want to say good morning to Millicent Cousins, Christopher Green. They're on Facebook, Mr. E. I don't know if you have any folk on yours. Again, Instagram, how are you? All those that are on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, we want to say good morning to you all. And I hope you all are still rooting for your team. Some of your teams probably have gone home. But anyway,
you say that mighty nice.
have gone home, sitting back now. What Mr. E say, getting the batteries for the remote control. And just look, let's just go ahead and root for a good rest of the NFL season, because we don't have long, Mr. E.
That's right. We don't have long. And pretty soon we're going to be switching over and be talking about the basketball.
Absolutely.
Because basketball be going into the playoff time.
Absolutely.
And so now I want everybody to know that after we finish with this football, I'm not a king. I got 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams, 2 teams that I'm
Mhm.
really rooting for.
Mhm.
That's the Golden State Warriors and the
Okay.
New Orleans Pelicans.
Okay.
I like Golden State. Why? Because my boy is coming back home. He's a Dennis Rodman lookalike. A
And he's
duplicate.
something else
That's
too.
right. That's right. That Davon
Davon
Green
Green.
is the man. So
Absolutely.
he's playing basketball like they play in the days of old.
Yes.
They played that finesse, put your hands on me, check you, let me push you around, let me dog you around because the middle belongs to me. They're not allowing folks to be like Waka Kuka, this new cat that can come all the way into the middle of the bucket and just put the ball
and
in
do
the
what
hoop.
he do.
You know, so we still has to go back to basic basketball. Anything that we're playing, we can't make it for the money. We got kids that's growing up now trying to do moves like basketball players are.
Absolutely.
And so if the basketball gonna be basketball, teach them the basic fundamentals because they're not gonna be able to get out there in that court and do a razzle dazzle and be a ball hog on organized basketball team.
Well, I tell you what, it's so exciting. Yes, we're getting closer and closer. The game tonight, Mr. E, it comes on what time?
The game tonight comes on at Miss Hinton. The game tonight comes on at 4. No, I was gonna say 4 o'clock because it's a holiday.
Oh, that's right. This is a holiday.
The game tonight comes on. One comes on at 4:30.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing the Buffalo at 4:30, and then Philadelphia plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now, what was your prediction for that? Philadelphia.
Buffalo gonna beat them.
Okay, Buffalo's gonna beat the Green Bay.
No, Buffalo gonna beat Pittsburgh.
Okay, Buffalo is beat. Oh, Buffalo. Okay, Pittsburgh still. That's right.
They play tonight.
Okay, and then what's the other one?
And Tampa Bay playing against the Philadelphia Eagles.
And what is your prediction?
Philadelphia gonna beat them.
Okay. Woo.
So who you think gonna win?
I know Philadelphia. I'm kind of rooting for them. When it comes to Pittsburgh Steelers and who is the other one?
Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo.
That's up in the air for me, Mr. E, because I'm telling you, I had high hopes for Buffalo. Buffalo's been okay, but there's been a few disappointments. The Steelers is going. I'm gonna keep that one up in the air. Philadelphia for the other game.
Well, Buffalo is 11-6.
Okay, give me the other.
And Pittsburgh is a 10-7.
That's what I'm saying. They toe to toe, basically.
You know what is happening in this league, Miss Hinton, is them young boys is showing up.
Ooh, showing up.
I got to give it to you. These young boys, when they jumped on Dallas last night, I would have never thought for 1 second that them youngins gonna get out there and run our defensive back.
They came out swinging. They came out ready. I mean, they were rough. They were hard.
And see,
they were beasts.
We did not stay consistent. We tried. Here's what we did wrong. And I know he's our money man.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's our money man. But guess what?
What?
That money man that we had in out there at number 88. He couldn't get free.
They were laid back. He
couldn't
for some
get free,
reason.
and Dak trying to throw to him in and everywhere, and McCartney going over there and talk to him, fire him. McCartney, get another job. Go get a job because you're fired.
I really believe they could have won that game.
We could have won that game if we got 7 people on the field. We got wide receiver, but we tried to hit one man.
Oh, wow.
The whole time. Our running game was working for us. Pollard scored a touchdown on the ground. But why they didn't run Pollard like crazy? Our defense couldn't do nothing to the run game. Our defense sucked. Our defense was no defense. They didn't come to play. I don't know where Micah Parsons was. I don't know where the secondary was. I don't know where Armstrong was. I don't know where the defense was.
What?
Because they did not come to play. So fire the coach for the defense.
That's what everybody's saying now.
Fire the coach for the defense. Fire the head coach for the offense. Dak, if you get in the way, because Dak said this morning in the conversation that that he think that he was a part of the blame as well. Bye, boo boo. Bye.
Then they should have played harder. I mean, it's just something.
You don't
something
come
wasn't
back.
Right.
You don't come back at the ending of the
It's
game
the truth.
and throw 32 points and score 32 points and couldn't do nothing in the first part of the game. Now you wait to the last minute to score two touchdowns down. If you were gonna play ball, you should have played some ball
from the jump. Bunny, look, we have Bunny. Is that Bunny 06? Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. Look, we want to remind you all of some things that are coming up. We won't be on this evening, but we are coming back Wednesday for What's Under the Hat, issues concerning men. And Mr. E, what else is on our shows to come?
I want to let our folks know that this Wednesday coming up, our special guest will be Mr. Keith Compton.
I'm glad, the money man.
Mr. Keith Compton is a representative for Edward Jones, financial groups. So he's going to give us little stats of what's going on in the financial world. And then on that Friday, we got Coach Liz will be with us there on that Friday.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to these great shows. Then we'll come back with our sports talk.
And we got one of the greatest football players that's going to be with us. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. So he'll be our special guest on that day. Absolutely. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it.
And prepare for the challenge. We're going to have some challenges for you all. And so, we want you to just stick and stay and enjoy with us. So look, we got to go, but we want you to remember to go to bulvickacademy.com, BULVIC academy.com. The books are there. My books, my game is there. Or you can go to your Google Play Store, Bulvick, BULVIC. For your Android, you can go to your Apple store for your iPhone and your iPad for the game Bulvick. It's a game app. It's a great game full of mystery and all kind of things. You all check out my website, check out on those platforms. And also, don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And Mr. E's going to tell you how you're going to be a special guest, internal sponsor. Also, the Royal Ladies Pie. We're still cooking and baking. If you all are interested, just inbox me. But Mr. E, how can they be a special guest internal sponsor?
If you'd like to be a special guest internal sponsor, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Our inboxes at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, our FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Miss Hinton, I want to say congratulations to all the players, football teams out there. But you know what I am disappointed.
Why?
Because all my haters didn't put nothing on Facebook about Haiti.
No, can't find.
I can't find my haters. I can't find. I find a few of my haters, like Earl Spruill, and he don't know what he's talking about. Katrina Brown, she got to post up their special delivery today. A Dallas Cowboy coach, Sofer, being delivered, and then you got tonight is Unsolved Mystery, but guess what? It's all about Aaron Rodgers affected the air. So Don Wilson out of Oklahoma, he called and said, I just want to check up on you.
Wow. You had quite a few calls, Mr. E.
That's right. Cedric Bailey, don't you never.
Oh my God. We just Cedric Bailey call. All our friends call. I'm telling you, Mr. E, I know you had a time.
And one of my great friends, Mr. Kit Wagger, he's a Cowboy fan. He said, I have given up football. And today I start my pottery and sweater knitting class. I bet you bet I bet it's going to be a blast.
Tell them, look, you got to be a ride or die. Rico
Ride
Jones
or
is
die.
on with us. How you doing, Rico? Love to the family. Look, you got to be a ride or die for your team now.
That's
If you won't
right.
have a team, you got to be ride or die through the good, through the bad,
That's right.
and stand by your men.
That's right.
But
That's
anyway,
right.
look, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I heard it was snowing. Mister,
That's
you
right.
think it's still
I
snowing
heard,
out
I
there?
got it up there. William Walmart said it's snowing in
Oh
Hampton
my
Roads.
goodness, Hampton Roads. I don't know if it's going to stick and stay, but I tell you what, we're going to enjoy it while it's coming down. But you all be blessed. We won't see you this evening, but we will return on Wednesday. We have a great guest, Mr. Keith Compton from Edward Jones, and we look to have a great time. Mr. E, tell them our contact information.
Our contact information. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor, all you got to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
All right, you all take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
2 ups and 2 downs. The